Hello, guys. Thank you so much for joining us today. This is Friday, as above, so below. This talking about Venusian energy. If this is your first time in my live, my name is Chief Apostle Samuel the Jr. I'm the apostle and pastor of Apostolic of Jesus Christ Incorporated, where my beliefs are deeply rooted in the ATRs. Those are the African traditional religions by which I harness, direct, and disperse energy, frequency, and vibrations to each and every one of you guys. As you're being notified, thank you so much for being a part of our live. Those that have given comment, those that have been a part of what we are doing. What's up, my baby? Sagittarius from Detroit. Stormy is in the house. She just joined our Apollo community family. Want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys. There's my baby Scorpio. All right, I've been off. I've just been actually recuperating. Those ceremonies really took a lot out of me, and I like to keep it real with y'all because a lot of times when people get into spiritual practices and if you've ever been a part of any type of working, there's a lot of stuff that's going on. So I just like to keep it honest and real. It says the ceremonies were very, very heavy that I was doing in voodoo, and so it just took a lot out of me, and it was hard for me to recuperate. But I feel a lot better. What's up, Mary Bond? Long time no see. What's up, my Karen O'Brien? I love the way y'all treat me. What's up, Demetrius, my Gemini? Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you guys for also the super chat. Also, a lot of the things that I want to talk about today. And I realized that when I discuss certain things, I'm actually in Lauderdale right now because I came down early because I didn't want to be traveling tomorrow to get to Miami, so I wanted to get the stuff be down here. I'm actually down here to find a goat because I was in my area. I don't know why I couldn't. I went to the farm, but they didn't have any goats, so I'm trying to find a goat for my ceremony for for Sunday. So that's what I'm gonna be doing tomorrow out there goat hunting. What's up, my 69? How you doing? How you doing? Then we got Mama Susan. What's up, Gemini in the house? And then I got my Chris from Philadelphia. What's up there, Chris? Sagittarius. It's Sagittarius season, y'all. Now, and I want to say this to all of you that have been following me and supporting me and supporting my website and being a part of my membership and all these things. So I want to be more clear about why I'm doing the things that I'm doing, because there's so many people out here in spiritual practices that sometimes it can look like we all doing the same thing. We all on the same levels. And so one of the things that I want to bring to light is what it is that I specify in, and what do I do, and what makes me who I am when it comes down to spiritual practices and the ATRs. And one of the things that I want you guys to understand is that when I say that I've been doing conjure and magic since I was a child, I have been doing extremely heavy magic even as a child. And so I'm 51, about to be 52 in December. And so, Chris, can you? Oh, that's Stormy to somebody. So these are the things that I say, because a lot of these people, when I say I operate in all 9 realms of the spirit, doesn't mean that I'm not challenged. That doesn't mean that people are not attacking me, because I tell y'all, people are attacking me out here, but I'm just not an enemy conscious person. I do what I got to do to override their workings against me or whatever they're throwing at me, and I keep it pushing, because at the end of the day, I still got to achieve what I got to achieve, and I got to do the things I need to do. But I don't want to come over here faking the front even as well. Did you get? Yes, I got the rooster. Wasn't my no? Oh, I know what you're talking about now. My sister told me I had Thanksgiving with my sister, my mom, and my son, my middle son Josh, and my nieces and nephews. And I went in there to get it. She told me no. She told me. She laughed, but she told me no. She told me no. Those that do not know, if you come on our live, these are for melanated people. Melanated people are black people in the ATRs. Normally those that are practicing the ATRs in the church, or those that have left the church but practicing magic year round. My sister, she was glad. She told me, she said, because one of the roosters she gave me, she said that rooster was giving her a fit. which was the white rooster. So she said she was glad, but she gave me two. I took two roosters. I took a white one and a black one, and so she was like, "Nah, bro." But hold on, wait a minute. I'm gonna tell you. Hold on, just Now my sister get like my sister had what we call a green thumb in our culture, and my sister really get that from my grandmother. But she had made me some. Well, she didn't make it for me. She made it for her son. I'm trying to find it, but she was not having it. I asked her more than one time. Y'all know I'm a Sagittarian, so you know I asked more than one time. So I ain't just asked one time. But she told me no both times. My sister's a Gemini. I know I had brought. And then I got these, y'all. I haven't ate any of it, but it's CBD gummies. Cause I was like, I'm trying to show y'all what she gave me. She had made it for her son because he was playing football, and she gave me some jars. Oh, here you go. Now I don't know if y'all know that this is my sister made this. She got a real green thumb. Like she grow everything. Anything that I want to grow, I can give my sister anything from a seed level, and she can grow it. She just like she's super bad with that. Her whole backyard is nothing but plants, animals, and stuff like that. She ain't got no goats though. But this is what is this? I don't know what happened to. But this is cypress. It'll come to me. But this is a herb and a sap that she made for her son for broken bones, and so it helps with muscle relaxer and stuff like that. So normally I don't drink and I don't smoke. I don't do drugs in the sense of like numbing myself. So yeah, these are. But what I did, because I'm very finicky about how stuff make me feel. So that's the only thing that I like. The CBD oil without the TCD kept where I wouldn't get high, but I could get the relaxation, especially on my neck and my back and my body, because I work at UPS, and plus when I do ceremonies, it's really hard on my body. But she made this sap that is like, it numb my whole, like wherever I put it on, it's just like it is really good for sprains and tendons and stuff, and muscles spasm and stuff like that. And she made that, and I just been utilizing that for the since Thanksgiving, and the level of improvement is crazy. Sounds like no, it's not that. I've been saying it all day long. I don't know why. Hold on. Well, anyway, I'll tell y'all anyway. But that's not why I got on here. So I'm just telling you what's been going on. So I came down here earlier, got a hotel, and so I'm down here to get the goat so I can do the ceremony for Sunday. Now, the reason why I'm explaining this and what I'm going to talk about today, why this is so important, especially if you got your membership, whether it is in Palo, whether it's in or Orisha, and I got to check on Darius, and whether it is in Voodoo. Now, those that get into the heavier line of Voodoo with me, you're gonna see a lot of activity. Not that everybody that don't see some activity, but that's my expertise. I've been doing that particular magic since I was a child. So I'm very heavy in that, and I'm very good at that. I'm working with Loas and work. And now that my voodoo spirit is also made a pact with Palo spirit, so it's very intense when it comes down to those magical practices. Now, what I want to talk about today why it's significant, and before we go into January the 20th, is because of this. People gonna find out why it is not good to play in people's faces in these spiritual streets. I want everybody that has been following me for an hour, for 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 years, to pay attention to what is going to take place. Because what has happened is a lot of people that are practicing the ATRs and that are claiming to be professionals when it comes down to the ATRs, and a lot of the income that I've been getting, because I've been telling black people how prejudiced Cubans are and Latino people are, and they've been throwing at me and working on me. But that comes along with territory when you tell the truth. When a man or woman gets out here in the ATRs and they're being honest with you about things that they know that go on in the ATRs, and when people like me tell you that these people do not care for you and they're going to use you and the attempt to kill, because what you don't understand, when somebody's prejudiced against you as a black person, they don't mind hurting you. They don't mind trying to kill you. I mean, when you think about the people that are practicing the ATRs that are trying to be adjacent to white people, then it is very easy for them to go to their ancestors, which are racist. Because a lot of y'all think because it's not somebody white, but a lot of these religions that you're trying to get involved in and trying to learn, you still have to deal with the culture that these people exist inside of, and what they're telling their children and what they're telling their mothers and their fathers and their cousin, whomever they're crowning and initiating. And it is what it is. But my thing is, it's like when I tell people, if you don't have what I have getting into Haitian voodoo, the average Haitian is not going to teach you nothing. They're going to use you, take your money, but they're not going to teach you nothing. And people get mad when I say that, but it's the truth. If you're not born into certain practices, then the chance of you getting actually any real knowledge, wisdom, understanding is slim to none. That's why what I do on my channel is so significant for American black people that practice the ATRs, because I know I don't have to do what I do. But in order for a lot of our melanated people to open their eyes and realize what's really going on and why you are so stifled when you get into these elays and these covens, and when you get into these ramas, which are houses, these are the things that you're going to contend with. Now, let me tell y'all something. If there's prejudice among dark-skinned and light-skinned Cubans or Latinos or Italians, right? If their racism inside of their own culture, well, how much more racist they gonna be towards somebody that's actually melanated? Why do you think that these people are going to actually teach you something? And the most part, taking your money until they cipher enough money out of you, and then they're gonna start working against you. They're not gonna have a problem doing that to you, because racism is real, sexism is real, patriarchal mindset is real, and whether you accept it as the truth or not, it ain't gonna hurt me, because I know how to defend myself. Since I've been talking about this, they've been throwing at me left and right. I gone through some situations. Some of them are stronger than others. Some of them bullshit. I mean, I ain't kidding. Like, some of them are working, and I can respect their magic. I'm gonna say it like that. I'm gonna still prevail, but I can respect that they got some to their power. But a lot of them is nothing. and I say these things because melanated people, you are running so far away from trying to get away from the church that you don't realize your own prejudice when it comes down to your own melanated men and women. And you have a lack of trust and a lack of willingness to invest in something. So what I mean by playing in your face, this is when people are doing something right in front of you. Either you're unaware of what they're doing to you, or you allow somebody to do something and insult your intelligence. Now, I'm a Sagittarius. My moon is in Aries. My rising sign Pisces. And I've always been the type of pastor, because I'm a seer. So even if somebody leave my church, I'm not going to let you walk out my church thinking you got that over on me. I'm the type of individual that I'm going to tell you what a TI is. And I would take the chance. And that's why I was telling my son, and I tell him about it. Every time I get on this platform and tell you the truth, I take a chance of losing members. I get a chance of losing support because everybody is not interested in the truth. And let me explain this to you. When you hear me say that most people that are in the ATRs are not looking for the truth, I'm also including melanated people. And when you are in a culture where people don't really want to hear the truth, and they're more interested in getting somebody to patronize towards them, or to say things that the Bible talks about, the itching ear, say things that tickle their fancy. Every time I get on here and be honest with you about how magic is and spirituality is and how conjure works and the real cause, I'm always taking a chance that they're going to turn somebody off. Because the average person is thinking that they're going to be able to get this ATR stuff something for nothing. The less that you are inclined to invest in your spirituality, only person in hurting is you. The longer you take to get what you need, you're only setting back yourself. One of the things that my mom taught me when I was going to school, and she always used to say, they got days. You know, that's the country when you're talking. But she was saying they have theirs. And so therefore, when you are when you find somebody that's willing to share and somebody willing to teach, they're not going to do it for free. But the point is that at least you're getting somebody that's going to give you clarity, give you understanding. And yet, I'm going to use Demetrius because I think Demetrius is the latest. No, Stormy is. Okay, I'm going to use Stormy. So I'm going to use Stormy as the latest with Paulo. So this is what Stormy needs to know. That no matter how far you go or do not go in my membership, I would never work against you. I will always see you as, you could be my niece, you can be somebody close to me, you could be somebody, because you represent my melanin. And so the security in dealing with somebody that has your best interest at heart, a lot of times y'all don't really understand why that is important. Because say, for instance, Stormy has been dealing with me. Demetrius can't come to me and pay me to work against Stormy. Demetrius can come to me and say, you know, Apostle Ely, I will give you $25,000 to work against Stormy. I'm going to tell Demetrius by his ass. And I'm going to let that $25,000 go. You're not going to find that out here. You will find spiritualists that will work for you and then turn around and work against you if your enemy come out and outbid you. There are people out here that y'all don't think morality matters. And it's cool when you think you want to work against somebody else. But the mere fact that I have a relationship with you on any level, that nobody can come to me and give me your name, your picture, and that I'm going to work against you, even if you stop spending money with me. I'm going to say that again. Even if you stop spending money with me, nobody can still come to me to work against you. Only way I'm going to work against you, you got to do something to me. But for somebody to be able to say, because I got more money or I got more influence and I can do this for you, I can do that for you. No, she said, that's a priceless gift. I'm serious. And I ain't just got like that. I have had members leave my church for years, and people that they were against tried to come to me. I wasn't making nothing off of them. I wasn't getting nothing out of them. They even talked about me, but I'm still not going to work against you because now that somebody that is against you comes to me and offers me some money. A lot of y'all don't understand that you have something with me that you're not going to have with most people. And if you support me, it's like my Karen O'Brien, I call her my Karen O'Brien. But I'm going to always have a loyalty to her, even though she allows me to do work for her daughter, right? But I'm gonna always have more loyalty to her mother. So I'm just kind of get y'all to understand. 'Cause when people playing in your face, they'll make you act like they got it for you like this and that there. So in this case, say for instance that my baby Scorpio started out with me first, right? Yes, I will work for her mom. Yes, I will work for her sister. But my loyalty is going to be to my baby Scorpio, even though her mom is cool with me, even though I'm just that type of person. I'm not gonna be disloyal to you because I ain't seen you in a year, or you ain't gave me nothing, you ain't did nothing. Once I build a bond with you, once I build a relationship with you, that's what it is. And that's what I mean by people playing. When people say that that you are family to them, but when you watch what they do, there's no way that they can be family to you. How can you practice this is what I be trying to tell black people. Somebody playing your face because they're practicing your ATRs, but they're rationing out what they're willing to share with you and for you, when those are your sciences that your ancestors created. I don't care how you don't know who you are or where you don't come from. You don't get that. I'm never gonna sell out Bo because somebody else talking about Bo. First, I'm the average person. Y'all don't really know me like that, but you come to me about Bo, I'm gonna cuss you out, and that can be on a Sunday. I can be in the pulpit. That's what's gonna happen. You gonna get your feeling hurt, and I ain't never physically saw Bo. I ain't never physically sat at the table with Bo. That like some of you guys don't understand. Like, people be playing in your face all day long in these spiritual streets and trying to make you feel like, oh, they got it for you, or they don't care if you gay or that. They care. They care. And they're gonna treat you like they care. And the sad thing about it is, and I'm just keeping it 100 with y'all, the sad thing about it is that we done been so mistreated in our families that we can't decipher when somebody else that claims to be a family to us, that we feel like they pay more attention to us than family, and not even realizing they playing in your face too. They're doing something right in your face, claiming for you to be a spiritual son or a spiritual daughter, or God's son or goddaughter. But when it comes down to their culture, they're giving advantages to their own culture over you, even though you paying just like everybody else playing. And that's just keeping it real. Let me tell y'all something. I can make way more money than I make on my platform, on my social media. I don't think so. I know so. But I'm always looking out for people that do not have, or they are at certain disadvantages. My problem is when you don't respect what I'm sacrificing. And like I'm telling you guys about the membership, that's not something for you to play with. That's not fun you to say, I get it when I get it. No, because you know what's going to happen when January 20th come around. I'm going to have to, because to me, you playing in my face at that point. I'm being upfront with you. I'm being serious. I'm telling you what is going on and what needs to be taking place. And don't wait for the last minute. If you don't play with my time, I'm not gonna play with your time. If you say that you are really trying to get in a position and you want certain things done for yourself, because at the end of the day, stuff got to be done. Y'all got to get to the point where, they're my eldest son. I was just talking to him earlier. Y'all got to understand that when people are confident, I don't know if I'm gonna use the word confident, but that's what I feel. When people are confident to use your own sciences, and I was telling my other son, I said, black people have bled and died in this country, and created pathways for us to vote, created pathways for us to have civil rights, right? And this is my problem with the Latino community, because I know y'all watch me XYZ, but I'm gonna tell you what my problem with y'all. You did not lay the foundation. When they start talking about Puerto Rican people and other cultures, the first thing you want to talk about what you contributed to this country. mind you, you still playing in our face because what you're saying is that your sacrifice in this country is more than the sacrifice of black melanated people. That's a problem. A lot of y'all don't get when people saying things that is a disrespect to you. That's like a man telling you, I like you, but I don't like your children. Or telling a man that. A woman telling like, you know what, I love you, but I don't care for your children. You gonna tell me that to my face? And the problem is that y'all don't even see it as a problem. You don't even see it as a form of disrespect. Can't no other culture in these United States ever contribute what melanated people have contributed to this country and have given up their lives for this country so that Latino people, Asian people, Puerto Rican people, any other ethnic group, that they even how the Asian people treat you in their stores when the reason why they got the bank loans is because of affirmative action. The white man may not give you the loan to have a business, but the reason why that a lot of those people able to have them salon shops and those convenience stores and all that other stuff is because of affirmative action that black people went to war and went to fight. And it's the same thing when it comes down to the ATRs. How do you kneel down to Oshun? How do you kneel down to Obatala or Ogun? When you know these are African deities, African spirits, and then you mistreat the very image of that god or goddess, of their actual physical manifestation of us. And you want me to believe you got respect for the Orishas or the Loas and Kisa. It's impossible. That's when I mean that people are playing in your face. The mere fact that they will tell you. That's like somebody, it's like, say for instance, I'm just trying to give you some like tangible. That's like you inviting a friend over your parents' house, right? They're guests in your parents' house. But they right there telling you what you need to do in their house as though you the guest and they the child. Like, this is what I'm trying to explain to you. Like, melanated women, melanated men, people every day on jobs, sidewalks, parking lots, getting your hair cut, people be playing in your face and you don't see that as a problem. The Latinos got barbershops and all that, and they got loans because of affirmative action where your ancestors, not theirs, paid a price. And then they got the nerve to be more racist than the racists. Can I say that again? They have the nerve to be more racist than the racists. People are like, oh, Pasila, I want to do that. Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something about me. When I tell you I'm a six-figure man, don't play in my face. Because if you want to help me, you will help me. If you're going to support me, one thing is like, you're not going to manipulate me. You're not going to pull me to the left or the right. I don't really care. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to get what God got for me. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Black people try to play in my face like you so much about what I'm doing, but you will come and eat at my table and won't leave a tip. How you about me? This is the bullshit that you have to contend with, not only with other ethnic groups, but you have to contend with black people. Because if you were so appreciative, because I know the people that actually support me. I know the people that actually ride or die with me. I know that everybody's not there. But guess what? When I fight, Sister Tree on here, when I fight for you just like I would fight for my biological sister. When I contend against your enemies, I contend against your enemies just like you. They was fighting against my mother. I put my heart, I put my work, I put my energy in that. Is that always reciprocated to me? Absolutely not. But do I appreciate whatever and anybody does for me? Absolutely. But the mere fact that you want to play in my face like you want to be such a support to me, you full of shit. I don't care who you are. Because one thing about grown people, male or female, gay, straight or bi, if you want to support somebody, you're going to do it. See, I'm not Kamala Harris and I'm not running for president. And I'm not making concessions for my spirituality. She wanted your vote and she made policies and she did things that she shouldn't really had to do. And it still didn't do no good. Because when people don't want you, they don't want you. It don't matter what you present. I have the capabilities that most of these spiritualists will never ever have in this life. I know what I bring to the table magically and spiritually. I know what the kind of levels of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding I have. And then people try to play in my face like you, me, Apostle, I just appreciate you. Amen. That's a good color. Amen. That's good. Let me explain something to you, Georgie. Fuck you. Fuck you and that sardine piece of pussy that you were born out of. Okay? She lost, and we good with that. But guess what's going to happen behind that? And I want to tell you crack-ass bitches something there. Because I know they ain't going to monetize my channel when I'm about to say. Let me tell y'all something about racism. Why it don't bother me. Because I got racist friends. It's going to fuck you over too. One thing about racism, it's an idea that white men are superior to every other culture when they are the most recessive gene on planet Earth. I want you to know that I don't care that this system is going to crumble and fall. And black people are still going to function. Our energy cannot be destroyed, only transmuted or transformed. Unlike you with your raggedy, dog-faced ass, y'all gonna descend and be no more. I keep trying to tell melanated people, you're so worried about and so concerned about racism. Racism is not going to continue to exist because it's an idea that cannot establish when it comes down to truth. These dog ass, these white men, they doing whatever they can right now. Let me tell y'all something. And the reason why I say this, how they play in our face, because this ain't about an election. This is about black women that excel on jobs and in careers that are not getting paid. We still dealing with black actresses like Taraji P. Henson talks about that she still got to negotiate her contracts and her pay like she just started yesterday. This is what I mean by people playing in your face. The movie Wicked, come to find out that black actress and singer and writer got paid $1 million when Ariana Grande, whatever her name is, she got paid $15 million to play the Good Witch. And then her co-host got paid $2 million. Y'all don't think that's like that? This ain't got nothing to do with the election. The election is just something that nationwide just hopefully open the eyes of black people. You got black men and women on the same job with other white men and other white women getting paid less and got to do more. This is what I'm talking about. Like, you don't see a need to go return back to your roots. Who told you you want to be equal? What real spirituality is not about equality. It's not. I don't want to be equal to a white man. He's receptive. I'm dominant. Gene. I want to excel in my black excellence. He can keep all that basic ass shit that he do. You understand? I'm not trying to be like a Latino. I'm not trying to be like a Cuban. I ain't trying to be like none of them. I want to be melanin. I want to be chaos energy. I want to be primordial energy. I want to be like my divine mother and divine father. That's what I teach on this platform. That's why I tell all of them dog ass faces people that I'm not trying to do what you trying to do. I'm not interested in you show no respect for black people, but you make money off of black people. And what I mean by playing in your face, you in a department store, or you in a storefront, and you spending your money in there, but they don't trust you, and they gonna watch you shop around trying to get your hair or your hair products or whatever. Come on, y'all. Like, what we did for Black Friday was only an example of what we can do as a collective. Or we can get us some understanding. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm counting my losses down. But the purpose of it doing so that other practitioners that are black and melanated, they don't have to take the bullshit that I done had to deal with. Or Minister Mario, son of a Chosi, had to deal with. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. My spiritual path is about domination. I know that's right. Conquer. So when I get on these platforms and tell you and share with you different practices and different things and what people going on, like, this affect us on every aspect of our lives. And all I'm just saying to all of my melanated people that would adhere to what I'm talking about, how you going to attract the type of energy when you let people play in your face? You let your mama play in your face. You let your daddy play in your face. You let your cousin play in your face. So when you get out in society, you just letting everybody play in your face for free. I don't let people make me believe that they got it for me more than what they got it for. I don't walk around here and practice the ATR and thinking that a person going to support me or defend me or protect me. When you, in y'all culture, y'all backstabbing each other. There's certain expectations you should not be having. And if I give you a reason to support me and trust me, and then you're going to try to come back later as though that I got to re-interview all over again, you trying to play with me. I know what I'm doing, and I know what I don't have to do. And the mere fact that you trying to make like I got to do something extra to earn your respect when you laying down with dog flea ass niggas that ain't nowhere in my caliber as a man. I don't care if you gay, straight, or bi. I know what you would not have the opportunity or the understanding if I wasn't on these platforms doing and saying the things that I'm saying. And when I tell you to your face that these people don't give a damn, then you should take it. Because guess what? I don't feed Apostle Ely. I don't shelter Apostle Ely. I don't do nothing for Apostle Ely but buy his products and support his life. But himself, he take care of himself. And if he willing to get out here in the public, or the public forum, and tell these people about their ass about me before I show up, before my daughter show up, before my son show up, before my grandson show up, where they don't have to contend with the stuff that he willing to take on that battle before I get there or they get there. Before you start, Samantha, because I ain't got my glasses on. Before you come on my live trying to rebuke somebody, learn how to wash your pussy. And bathe your pussy more than once a week. Before you start rebuking, you need to start massagiling. That's what you need to start. You need to start going up in the crevice of that, huh? And another thing you need to do is start having babies with your brothers and your daddies. You understand? Before you come in here trying to be spiritual, you need to start washing your ass. You understand? That's what you learn here. So we don't want you want to deal with the spiritual aspect, but you don't want to deal with washing your ass. You understand? And start having babies with your relative. No, this is what I mean. I don't just want us to do this on social media. I want us to do this in real time, in real life. I don't care if it's at grocery stores. I don't care if it's at laundromat. I don't care if it's at a bathhouse. I don't care if it's at a whole house. Last name, she ain't got long in America. Thank you. That's right. I can't wait till they get deported. They ain't got long. I'm at a hotel right now. It's so many Mexican people and Latin people at this restaurant. And all I be looking at them, I be saying in my mind, deport, 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 deport. ICE gonna have a field day. They're gonna be playing whack-a-mole like a mug. You understand? But they did it to themselves, trying to do us dirty. I know that's right, Natasha. Ice, ice, baby. Some people are not going to learn until they get kicked in the wrong. Yeah, but let me tell you something. There, it's what bothers me is the purpose of us getting knowledge, wisdom, understanding, so people can stop playing in our face, so we can be aware, that we can be consciousness, not only our dollars, but our energy. Just like we boycott Walmart with our resources, we need to boycott these traditions with our energy, our frequency, our vibration. If you think that we don't impact these ATRs with these non-melanated people or these melanated people that are adjacent to white, stop spending your money in their botanicas and see how much of an impact you are. Find you a black botanica, somebody that's black, that's passive. But I want to show you what we can change, each one of us, and get us some respect. Because telling somebody that they wrong about what they're doing and still spending our money with them ain't gonna, you can't get no understanding. But when you create consequences, because guess what? Walmart ain't just gonna have a bad Black Friday. They're gonna have a bad Christmas. And guess what? It's gonna affect people like me, because I'm a UPS driver, which I'm putting in my retirement soon. I started yesterday. I got to fill out the paperwork. But my point is, we don't just affect this society when it comes down to economics and businesses. We also affect these ATRs. And if more black people will stop giving their energy to this bullshit, we will get us some respect. That's from the churches. That's from the Elays. That's from the Ramas. That's from any of these ATRs. Because what you're not going to do is disrespect me and think I'm going to give you my money. Because you're like, you can initiate me, somebody else can. Just like you can scratch me, somebody else can. And I'm gonna spend my money with somebody that got my best interest at heart. I'm not putting up with your bullshit. That's like if I got to drive around and find me a goat, I'm going to do that. But you're going to show me some respect. Yep, stop giving them your spiritual energy. We got to start spending our money with those, folks, and watch them crumble. Let me tell you something. It's our time. We finna give these people some instant karma. We don't need the government. We don't need votes. We don't need that. We got everything we need. We are the creators of this universe. We are the men. We are the masculine and feminine energy. And when we start giving our energy to these people and start giving our energy to our brothers and sisters, our God's children, then you're going to see what I've been saying the whole time. Stop nickel and diming people like me. Stop giving me a hard time. And that's what I was upset about, what black people were doing with Kamala Harris. Because the things that you were requiring of Kamala Harris, you would never require that of Donald Trump. I'm already giving more than enough. I'm already doing more than my fair share. Learn how to come to my table and give. Learn how to come to my table and tip. Learn how to come to my table and say, you know what? I know you only charge this in the donation, but I know this is worth that. Because I know what I'm giving out here. And I'm giving with the intention of validating people doing better. But you got to stop giving your arche, your attention and your energy. And you got to stop having to be dragged or like I'm not going to do no like at the church where they always doing some type of event to whether it's bingo or that. I'm not doing all that shit. I'm not doing no sales. I'm not doing none of that. If you want what I got, you're gonna do what it takes. You want to participate, so you're gonna make sure that you are accounted for. One thing I'm not gonna do is let black people, because I got enough to deal with all these other assholes out here. But I'm not gonna let black people who I'm out here fighting for play in my face, because you could not do what I do. You would not do the things that I do. And I don't care how much is good for melanated people to have somebody like me. You as an individual would not be out here giving away the knowledge that I have. They're doing that. And that's why that's important. Stop letting people play in your face. Stop letting people, when you are the support. So this is what this is what make me mad with black women. If you got self-esteem, if you know who you are, then you are the commodity. You are the trade. What I mean by trade, you know your value, so you know what to trade off for you. That needs to mean something to you. That bothers me that Taraji P. Henson is still negotiating. The lady that played Lady in Red, she ain't negotiating. They getting top dollar. Why is our black women even as actresses, and like look at Serena. Serena got more trophies, all-time winner. Look what she got to go through. She went to Wimbledon and got booed. You know where that comes from? Because we let people play in our faces. And we are aware that they're playing in our face, and you won't say nothing. Somebody got to speak up. Somebody got to stand up, and stand up with understanding it's going to cost me. I remember, what's up, my love is in our Taurus. I remember as a kid, my grandmother was bid to buy me a car. And I never really knew what she did, some of the things that she did. So, but I eventually found out. So this particular time, we was pulling up the car lot. And so there was she was actually looking for me a car. But I wanted a 300ZX. She wasn't going to give me that. She said I would have killed myself in that. Anyway, so we on the car lot, and she looking around trying to pick a car. Now, mind you, my grandma bought my mom a car off the showcase, off that same car lot. We was at Janie Dean Chevrolet at the time. And so the white guy comes up. Like, my grandma ain't said nothing. What's up, Michael? My grandma comes up. Like, the man white walks up, and this is what he said. He don't ask. He's like, oh, what you looking for is over there. So he pointed to the used cars. And when I tell you my grandma went off, my grandmother went off. She let him run her credit because she wanted him to know what she had the capacity to do. And she could pay, because she'd end up paying for my car cash anyway. But she could have bought any one of them cars on that car lot cash for me. And I'm not the oldest grand. So I want to set the record. Then I seen her do it at the grocery store. And this white man was behind us, because I think we had 4 or 5 buggies. And I think it was around the holidays. But that's really normal how she shop anyway. But I think this particular time that this situation happened, it was around the holidays. And so we had like 4 buggies, me, her, and then my her baby boy, and then me. So we had like 4 buggies. And so we were pushing them. So she was up in line getting ready to get her grocery, and the girl was behind. So what she did, the white man behind, he said, I can't stand all these black people with all these food stamps. Because she was fit to pay Back then, they used to have the food stamps with the booklets. You know, back then, I'm just being straight up. You know how you could buy food stamps for people. You know, if it's $100, you get $50, that kind of stuff. So that was what was going on back in the day. So she had all these food stamps, right, to buy groceries. Next thing I know, my grandma called him an MFer. She put them stamps back in. She went into Titty City. And she pulled out a knot of nothing but $100 bill. And she said, motherfucker, I got enough money to choke a horse. That white man mouth dropped. Like, that's how I grew up. Like, you don't let people play in your face. I will flex in a minute. You treat me like somebody, I'm act like somebody. But you come over there fooling with me, yeah, the paper stamp. You come with the booklets. And so I came up with people that did not allow folks to play in their face. And that taught me as a young man very early on how people will try to handle you. You know what I'm saying? And it just, I've had different instances with my family members or just people, just like as a kid, I watched my mama do stuff. Like I remember my mom went to the bank and she was making the deposit for my grandmother, but there was a new teller on there, and you know, if you give you deposit an X amount of dollars, then the feds got to get involved. You know, you got to fill out a form and stuff. So my mother had been banking there, and my grandmother been banking there for years. They ain't never had to fill out the paperwork. So there was a new teller there, and she was requiring my mother to fill out the paperwork. So my mother said she wasn't gonna fill out the paperwork because she never had to do it. So the lady had my mother detained. So what happened was, so she told her, she said, can I make a phone call? So she ended up calling my grandmother, which is her mother, to come down there to the bank. Let me tell y'all something. When my grandma got to the bank, she was cussing from the time she hit the door. Back then, when you step on a little mat, the door swing open. Back then, it was Barnett Bank, you tell the truth. That's who it was. We was at Barnett Bank. And my grandmother told them people in there, she said, if you don't let her go, she won't nurse no motherfucking more. That's how I grew up. She told them, the president wasn't there, the vice president was there. He came out of, my grandma pulled all her money out of that bank that day. She said, I want every goddamn dime out of there. That girl got fired. She said, I want every goddamn dime I got in here out of here. Now, ASAP. That's how I grew up. A lot of y'all, when I see spiritualists, how people do stuff like a lot of these people, because they don't know my background, they think I'm out here being boisterous. I grew up in certain time. When we went to places, my grandma telling her, I don't want that shit on your counter. I want what you use. I got money. So I grew up getting the best, being treated a certain type of way, and I don't let people play in my face. Let me tell you something. If you want to support something, if you want to be a part of something, you always want to support somebody that is not dangled by a dollar bill. My son said no cap. Like my people, we were just talking, me and my son were talking about my mom. But you think my mom was a mess. My grandma was way worse than my mother. And my mother is nobody to be played up with. But my thing is, I grew up like that. And so therefore, letting you play in my face, I'm not fit to do that. And I don't care if it's a job, a supervisor, whatever. I've always been like that because I was raised like that. And and I've said this to people. I'm not Minister Mario. That what you tried with Minister Mario, and I'm not gonna allow you to do it with him. But you definitely not gonna do it with me. Because some of the things that people do and say to you, you don't even find it as disrespectful. And I got a problem with that. I do real magic, and I don't owe you shit. And whatever Minister Mario needed, it was paid for. I don't kiss people's ass. Even in these old charts, I don't do it with my Padrino, I don't do it with my Oba, and I don't do it with my Madrina. I don't do that. And so when I tell you certain things are going on or happening, it's because I'm being honest with you. And the stuff that some of y'all tolerate and put up with people. I got my spiritual sister, I don't know if she on here, that she let the same, because me and Minister Mario have the same madrina she had, but she let her play with her for 17 years. Ain't no way. And don't mean that she ain't take us through no changes, but it wasn't no 17 years. And I'm looking for God to avenge me on my adversary even with that. Don't play with my time, don't play with my energy, and don't play with my money. And what I did not know then, I most certainly know now. And that's the disadvantage of anybody that fool with me, because I can walk into a situation or a circumstance ignorant, lacking the knowledge of that particular situation, but I won't be ignorant long with, because I don't mind, and I have no problem studying to show myself approved. And I'm a quick study. And once I come to the knowledge, if you did right by me, we cool. But if I come to the knowledge that you did not do right by me, that is your ass. And as long as you ain't my mama and you ain't my biological father, I will fight your ass. I'm like that. Oh, I'm the king of get back. Because you're not gonna play me like that. And the stuff and what I try to give melanated people is a door where you don't have to go through some of the things that it's already going to, spiritual practices are already a lifestyle of practices where you got to deny yourself, you got to give it yourself, you got to sacrifice. You ain't got time to be dealing with somebody else's prejudice, their hang-ups, their issues, whether it's family or relationship. That ain't what you get into spirituality, to be contending with other people's personal issues. You're there to learn Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Kondo, Kamdam Lay, Kemet, or whatever it is that you into. You're not there to deal with their personal grievances with other spiritual practitioners. Ask anybody in my church. I have members in my church. I don't make my issues with other people their issues. I got my biological children on my live right now. I have never made my enemies my children enemies. You would never learn the craft because you too busy fighting wars that your Tata, your Mambo, your Hugon, your pastor starting. If I get in a fight, I'm getting in that fight because I can handle myself. I'm not going to involve you into that. If I'm the head kahuna and I'm as bad as I say I am, then I shouldn't start a war that I can't win. I shouldn't write a check. That go for anybody. But you let people make you think that their fights are your fights, when the truth is that's their shit. That's their issue. You the one that don't like her, not me. You don't like him, not me. And when they do that, are you work for that shit? Invalidate. I ain't got my glasses on, baby. You have to forgive me. And these fonts are too small. I barely can see y'all name. Let me tell y'all something. When you want to learn the ATRs, I try to teach magic where it applies to each and every person. No matter where you at, whether you beginner, intermediate, or advanced. No matter if you want to get knee deep into this or whether you want to immerse in the deep or whether you want to stay on the shallow end. I try to talk to so many different types of people. But what I'm not going to have nobody do, I'm not an amateur. I've never professed to be. I'm not a novelist. I never professed to be. What I do costs money. Well, I told you guys that Asian voodoo is the most costly and Ocha is the most too costly religion. I never told you that the other ATRs don't cost money. And it ain't nothing for free. But if you want to learn something, a craft or a conjure or a mysticism, stop letting people play in your face. Well, how long does it take you to learn how to make a sweet potato pie? I didn't ask you to tell me your ancient history. You telling me about how far your lineage go back. But all I'm here to do is to learn how to make a sweet potato pie. And I done been with you 14 years and I still don't know how to make a sweet potato pie. You don't think that's a problem? And I tell people, I'll be honest with people when it comes to the conjure. Ain't nobody fit to give you their recipe for free. If you want the copyrights to the Beatles from Michael Jackson, then you're gonna pay for that. Some of y'all come in here, y'all be playing in people's face. You be sitting there talking about you trying to learn conjure, but you asking for people recipe. You asking for people to teach you their skill set. You're asking the lawyer, the lawyer to give you his or her clientele so you can have a successful practice. You asking your girlfriend to do wife material. You asking your boyfriend to do husband material. You playing in their face. You playing in somebody's face when you come in doing part-time work looking for full-time benefits. Now, if this does not give you an enlightenment, you want to rule over me and you just want to pay, you the man of the house and you just want to pay the cable bill, you want to pay the light bill, and you want me to submit to you. You playing in my face. You are literally trying to insult my intelligence. And that's all I'm saying. And it doesn't matter if it's a complicated situation or it's a minute situation. You got to start letting people play in your face. If you're going to do something for me, do it. If you ain't, fine. And when I say fine, I'm a sage. I mean to that. Because I'm going to accomplish whatever I need to accomplish regardless. I have been doing this a very long time, and I'm very good at what I do. But you're not going to play me. Stop. If you want me to respect your intelligence, please, sir, ma'am, respect mine. Because what I'm going to end up doing is roasting your ass. It don't take all that. Melanated people, once they get somebody that got it for you like that, then you need to show that you appreciate that. And not in words. Just like you don't work for free, I don't work for free. Stop expecting me to do certain things. And then when I tell you that I'm going through certain things, that's why I like my clientele. Because when I tell my clients that I'm going through something, they're supposed to do what you got to do. Take care of you. That's somebody that gives a damn about me. Just like I'm not going to put you in a situation where you're financially giving something that you can't afford. And ask anybody on my live, have I ever pushed anybody to get certain situations or get certain working that they could not afford? I always tell them, do what you can afford. I got many different ways to get you some help. What? Because I need you to be able to afford that and still eat. And especially if you got children. Most of my clients are women with children, but I do have some men with children. But I do not play with people's money. And I always consider that because I was raised with that mindset from my mother and my grandmother. Ask anybody on here, have I ever pushed you? Oh, get it. I don't care what you got to do. You could, it could be your rent, your more. I ain't never been that kind of a pastor. I ain't never been that kind of a teacher. I ain't never been that kind of a person, period. I don't do no mess like that. But I also ain't gonna let nobody on planet Earth cheat me either. You gonna get what you pay for. My love, see right there? They'll tell you, I'm not gonna do that. And I don't care. And let me tell you something about me. I wouldn't care if you was a billionaire. I wouldn't care if you was a billionaire. If my readings are $150, you getting charged the same thing. I'm never gonna say because you are more fortunate, because I don't like when people do me like that. Because I have certain things, they feel like, oh, well, I should do more. I'm very fair, and I'm gonna work for you just like it was my mama, my sister, or my loved one. And I'm always gonna make sure that I make you feel comfortable, especially women. Because let me tell y'all something, be straight up with y'all, because I'm not even funny. I feel like black men have fucked up so bad with black women, so I try to cater more to black women. I try to cater more to black gay men and bisexual men because of what the church is there. Being straight up with you. I really do. And it may come off unfair, but I want you to know why. Because a lot of black women have reasons why they don't trust black men. Whether that's through just interaction that they have there with their fathers or their brothers or stuff like that. And so therefore I cater a lot to the mental and the emotional well-being of black women. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't raised like that, but that's why I do it. And then I don't like how the church has demonized and subjugated black, bisexual or gay men in the church world. So I cater more so to those type of people. But one thing that I learned from my grandmother, I'm not going to mess up over no woman that got children. When I tell you about my baby Scorpio got her bambino. I got a niece that got a bambino. And just like I wouldn't misuse her, I'm not going to misuse my baby Scorpio. Just like I don't want nobody misusing my mother, I'm not going to misuse your mother. Ask Mother Susan. If I wanted to, there's certain people in my church that would give me their last. I have never, ever. I remember Mother Susan, I was going through something, and Mother Susan was like, you know, Apostle, Mother Susan on a fixed income. And she said, Apostle, I'll give you my mortgage. And I looked at her. First, I caught the attitude. I was like, why the hell would I ask for your mortgage money? And I realized that she was just being genuine, like she was wanted to help. And that's the only way she saw that she could help. I said, Mother Susan, I would never ask you for your mortgage money. If I can't help you, I'm definitely not fit to take from you. You know what I'm saying? Some people do not care. But I'm not that type of guy that I'm going to sit there and knowing that you're going to be in a situation or a mess. And if I tell you the Lord or the Spirit told me to tell you something, trust me, that's where that came from. That's not trying to get you to give me nothing. Because I got people in my church. They might be nuts. They might be off. And they might be hoes. But if I wanted some things from them, they'll give it to me. And I don't ask them for that. Ask anybody in my church. I've never done it. I ain't just started like that. I ain't never done it. I go into the hole. I'll make a sacrifice before I ask a member to do it. When I say I'm here for my people, but I also not going to let my people dog me and misuse me either. I don't play that. Just like I work hard for my money, I'm going to respect every man that work hard for his money. And I don't care if that's legal or illegal. That's me. That's why I say I'm not these other people. And when I get out here, one thing my members of my church, if I want to ho-hop the day of tomorrow, and if I want to beat it from the front to the back door, they don't take care of me. They don't pay my money. Ask anybody in my church. I don't have a building fund in my church. I don't raise offerings in my church. My church members don't pay my mortgage. They don't pay my transportation. They don't pay my insurance. Like a lot of these pastors out here being taken care of to that capacity. I ain't hating on nobody. I'm talking about for me. They do not pay for that. Now there goes Sister Tree. She been there the longest. When anybody ever paid my mortgage? When I talk, they don't take care of me. That's a real thing. Now, do they donate or they help us assist? Yes. But take care of me? Half of them couldn't afford my lifestyle anyway. I could never live off the income that they live off. Be being very honest with you. I don't do that. And I give my members more than they give me. That's what I mean by not allowing people to play in your face. If you being genuine with people, and like I said, if you ain't figured that I'm a genuine person by now, you'll never know. Like the song say, if you don't know me by now, you'll never know me. If you ain't figured that out, your discerning is off. And the only reason I'm doing membership on my website, the only reason I'm doing it, because I'm trying to protect melanated people. That's the real truth. That's the only reason I'm doing it. And because I know some of you ain't ready, you ain't committed, you ain't dedicated to the ATR, and that is the safest path for you to participate in the ATRs without you getting hurt. I don't have to do it. I can do just what everybody does. Get your money, get your initiative, and let you get in trouble with these spirits. Because I know their character. And because I know who you really are, the safest way for you to participate in Apollo or Orisha or Voodoo is get that membership, because I will be doing the work. I'm already in there and I'm committed. And that keep you out of trouble with those spirits. And it's still cheap. And if you can't do that, you can't practice none of them religions. If you can't get those membership, you cannot afford any of those traditions. And that's just being honest. When people don't want to be honest, and like I said, my truth costs me money. Me being straight up transparent with people cause people to either dislike me or like me. But I'm cool with that. Because at the end of the day, I can go to sleep at night. I got 2 beds in here, so I go sleep on anyone. But my point is, I'm trying to explain to you why it's important not to let people play in your face. We got enough people in here. I don't know if y'all hit the like button and hit the shares. I ain't seen no super chat. Very few people. Mother Susan had this thing she called Just Because, right? And she said, very few people are blessing you just because. And what she means by that, she said, if somebody donates something to me, I got to work for that. Very few people are going to say, Apostle Ely, this is just for you. Don't mean it don't happen. The point is, not many people are saying, you know what, he's tired. Let me make sure he got that. This is going on with him. Let me make sure he got that. If I don't supply those finances, I won't have them. Ain't nobody trying to make sure I got water. Ain't nobody trying to make sure I got this and that. And every now and then somebody do that for me. And I do show appreciation for that. But that's not on a continuous basis. And I do conjure work every single day. I'm out here taking hits. So when you decide the day of tomorrow that you want to get indulged in the ATRs, that you will have a safer passage. That's my contribution to melanated people. I am putting what's happening on a lot of these people's ass. But you're not paying for those battles that I'm going through. Your physical body ain't going through none of that. My body's going through that. And I just got to make sure it's worth it to me. Because I got to be here for my kids. And hopefully my grandkids one day. Because I got 3 sons that ain't none of them got kids. That I know of. Because they ain't told me nothing. And I'm the type of parent, you ain't said nothing, I don't know nothing. But that's a lie. I do know stuff. But I ain't going to say nothing. I let them run their life how they want to run it. But I hope today, on this Friday, that you understand that I would never let somebody play in my face in these spiritual streets. And that comes with accountability, and that comes with being challenged, and that comes with being attacked. I'm going to say this again. Not that I even care, but it does make me feel good when other people support me and say, you know what, Apostle Ely is going to spearhead this, and this is going to benefit all of us down the road. What did my son say? Grandkids in the way. Oh, you say in the way or on the way? Don't be playing with me, Trey. I think he's trying to be funny. I'm going to call him when I get off this line. Because I'm like, nigga, we just got through talking today. You ain't said nothing about that. Oh, he talking about he playing. All right. I done talked to you almost 2 hours. You ain't said nothing. Now you going to get on live. Don't try to get my coins on the slide. No. I go off on my children now. I'm like, I be talking to y'all. Y'all ain't said nothing? What? Stormer said he also said he playing. I read that. Glasses or no glasses. I'm good at my kids. I'm good. I'll be good at my grandkids. I'm good at people, period. I love people. I love doing for people, but I just don't like people trying to play in my face. And don't try to take my kindness for a weakness, because my kindness is not weak. And I'm a vindictive person. You talking about some breaking news? Breaking. Yeah, you get broke. Don't play with me like that. Mm-mm. But I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I haven't got. I need to go get something to eat. And it's still early. It's in Fort Lauderdale, Miami. That's what I love about the city, cause it can be as late, and you can get still a good meal. You ain't got to go to no Burger King and McDonald's. You still can go to get a good meal from a restaurant. This is my I don't know if y'all know what this is, but this is my Siete Rayo. This is Apollo. This is my been on my cauldron for a while. And what really happened is I got it put on and I couldn't take it off. So I just been wearing it. And this is Mario made me this one. But this is for my Fetty Foon. Oh yeah. This is bronze. Mario made that for me. And then this is my Padrino. These are Zulu beads. But my Padrino bought this for me. This is real tiger hide this is from out of the country. Because you know a lot of the stuff that we need to work with that America don't let us, it's claiming illegal to have it in there. I've been truly trying to get some part of that lion's body. That's what I really want. And I do some real conjure. But hopefully I'll be able to find a goat tomorrow. Somebody send a cash check. Thank you. I appreciate that. Did I read that wrong? Oh, thank you, Monique. She sent me some for dinner tonight. That's my cancer. That's why I call her crab cakes. But let me tell y'all something. Never think that whether small or great, I'm always appreciate what people do to that. That's how I was raised. But I know the difference between somebody supporting me and somebody taking care of me. And at this juncture, ain't nobody taking care of me. Once I do my retirement, it'll give me more time to spend in doing my spiritual practices. But I said I put myself in positions so that I can be able to take care of myself and not be dependent on people. I appreciate that. To all of my members in my church, thank you. Patreon, thank you. Tribe, thank you. To all of my membership of that from my on my website, I want to say welcome, and we're gonna have an extraordinary time together. And I know we're gonna have an extraordinary time because I'm an extraordinary man, and I'm waiting on to get one voodoo member. I don't know who's gonna be first, but I'm gonna show you what I can do, especially through my voodoo. I'm excited. Yeah, she said congratulations. Yeah, I was working 2 days, I think 2 or 3 days ago, and I was like, what am I doing this shit for? I'm like, and then I called my the business manager and say, what do I need to do to start my retirement process? So they emailed me the form. She tried to get me to do it online. I wasn't gonna do it online, so I'm gonna put that in there. It shouldn't even take that long because I'm already over 30 years. Wait a minute, somebody sent me. Thank you, Mr. Al. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I like the way he worded that. That's good. He's a real Aquarius. That's funny and that's good. I appreciate that. But okay. Yeah, I and to be doing a physical job like that. Like this is what I look like. at 51 years of age. I don't have no all that's flat. I don't have love handles. I don't have health issues. I even been going through something in my body for this COVID and all this other stuff like that. But I have been able to overcome a lot of things that tried to happen to me through this society, and my magic has protected me. Darius said he has had enough. Yeah, I think that I think that that needed to happen for me to have a realization of like, you really don't have to be going through this. And so it just and it was funny because I was getting because I'm a Sagittarius, I'm a fire sign. So I was like literally getting, I had coworkers like, Sam, when you gonna retire? And I had people like just saying, aren't you been working? And then the last lady had I was delivering to a car lot, and I hadn't seen her in a minute, and she said, ain't you retired? She's like, you've been doing this a while. And I was like, I'm not for that. Like, that's when the universe, like, everybody named mama, white, black, purple, green, co-worker, everybody been telling you about retiring, and you just not getting it. And it just was like, I said, you know what? I'm finna do this. 11:22. Is that what time it is? But I'm gonna talk to you guys tomorrow. Just pray that I find this goat. That's what I'm gonna be around here running around looking for the goat. Cash App. Yes. Thank you, love. Yes. Your favorite apostle is gonna be giving up his UPS. I cannot believe I just, and I was like, I don't know, my head was like, but if you guys like relaxing and stuff, and then it's just like, you can order it. I'm gonna put up here. These are CBD gummies just for relaxing, getting stressed off and stuff like that. I'm very big on health and stuff like that, so I don't like a lot of stuff in my body and stuff. So I've been doing, I bought some mullein, and because I have my Empaka with me. This is, the Empaka is, when you can't carry your cauldron with you, the Empaka is like, it has the same Ache and Chi. This is Siete Rayos. He's with me. But this is his bracelet too. But he governs all forms of fire to those that got Palo membership. This is the Empaka that we working with you as of nature. And so I got different things. But I have him in the room with me. And I think Jelly Sweet could tell you about that. The soap that I be sending you guys out, that when you buying your products and stuff, hopefully I got, I don't charge for it per se, but hopefully I can get some more of that while I'm down here as well. But this black, so I'm gonna take a bath with that. Yeah, I can get other animals and stuff, but I normally buy the animals when I'm in Tampa with my Padrino, and so I don't really have a place where I literally was like buying a goat. So hopefully I'm gonna go to the place where I get the roosters at and ask them, do they know a place where I can actually buy a goat? I need hopefully a black goat. I need a black baby goat with horns. They gotta have horns. Yeah, my cauldrons, like those that don't know, I'm extraterrestrial, and so I elevated all my cauldrons off of to extraterrestrial level. My Oba didn't do it. My Padrino didn't do it. That is a gift that I have in that energy. So I elevate my cauldrons up. But that Siete Rayos is something serious. But that's a part of the family. I have Lucero Mundo. And so I'm just telling you guys that I'm excited because I want y'all to get involved so I can show you what these ATRs can really do, and you have certain levels of protection, because that gives me peace of mind. I know that Mother Susan has her Obatala, she has her Oshun, and she had her Ogun. Even though she doesn't particularly participate in the ATRs, she goes to church and she sees God moving for her. But I like to, when you around me, I like to for you to have certain levels of security because it gives me peace of mind. So I feel like that you're more protected, and there's certain things that I can do for you to make sure you're good. My kids have all of the Orishas, for as the talismans are concerned. I made sure they been had them. But these are the things that I say, because I would never play in your face. I would never get on social media and pretend to be something I'm not. And I tell you things I go through so you understand that no matter how far you go into this, you're going to always have something to continue with. All right? So thank you so very much. And I'll see you guys tomorrow sometime. Don't know that we're over there. But we like, our subscribers are, I think we got 3,970 subscribers. So we like 30 subscribers away, because some people subscribe and then they get mad and they leave. So we're like 30 subscribers away from being 4,000. That's my goal, that I want to get to 4,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. So thank you so much. I'll talk to y'all later. God bless.